Hello, welcome back to Prost. I'm the Gnarly Gnome. In some ways, this is a little bit different of an episode, but we're still going to drink together, so it's still the same idea. You get what this is about. We sit at the bar, we drink together. You know that at this point, right? Got a couple samples in the mail. We're going to drink two different things because these two products go together. They're packaged together. And I think they're meant to really be drank kind of in the same sitting, I guess, to kind of compare, contrast, create a discussion around them. This is Against the Grain. It's called Roosted Chiquen. It's a sipping beer. And then the little pairing here is Buzzard's Roosted Chiquen rye whiskey. There's a lot to be said about these. Let's do it while we're drinking them here. Let me get a glass, and actually let me get a couple glasses because there's two different things to drink here, and then we'll dive into these. The idea behind these is pretty simple in its complexity. If you follow along with me for just 1 second here, you've got a distillery, or a whiskey company, I guess I should say. I don't know a lot about them. I know that they take whiskey and then pair it up with their own proprietary oak blend, no, not even a blend, their own toast in a barrel. So they work with a cooperage to change the temperature and the time and the roast and all these things inside the barrel to pull out specific flavors that they think will pair up with the whiskey. If you can follow along with that. That's my understanding of how these guys do things. They pair it up with Against the Grain more as a curiosity to see if that same concept could translate over to a collaboration beer. So, follow along with me still. Hang on here, guys. They've created a barrel to pair up with a whiskey that also pairs up with a beer that is aged on that same wood. That's my understanding. So these two different drinks should go together really well. They're designed to go together. They're built from the ground up to go with each other. So I'm going to start with the beer. You guys have heard of Against the Grain, I'm sure. They're in Louisville. We get them up here in Cincinnati all the time. It's here. You guys have seen the brown note with the underwear and the. We won't go there. This is a amber lager on toasted wood. And that's exactly what there's that little bit of toast in the aroma, nice breadiness, a little bit of fruit maybe from the lager character, but I definitely get a rye kind of spiciness to it too. This is a rye whiskey, so I'm assuming there's probably some rye in the grain bill here. Let's see. It's not every day you meet folks with the same knack for innovation and love for tradition. So when we crossed paths with whiskey makers at Buzzard's Roost, we knew the only thing to do was collaborate on something truly special. Together we created a custom oak profile for our toasted staves and their toasted barrel that would complement our prospective liquids. The result is two innovative beverages with the same notes of vanilla and smoke from the oak aging process. You can have one without the other, but we suggest sipping them both. So it's amber lager, aged on toasted oak. I think it's like 5, doesn't say on here. My notes say 6.5%. Amber lager, it shouldn't be too much of a surprise. Oh, yeah. Easy drinking. It's a sipping beer, right? Isn't that what they call it? Yeah, it's a sipping beer. That's a good beer. That you do get a little bit of the toast. It's not a smoked beer. It's not a barrel-aged beer. There's not like a whiskey flavor to it. It's just a toasty, easy drinking amber lager. The whiskey, there's not a lot of notes on my bottle since it's a sample bottle. The notes I have over here on my cheat sheet that you guys can't see says warm confectionery and caramel flavors followed by vanilla and smoke. The toasted barrel we used provides a huge mouthfeel for this whiskey. Perfect as a liquid dessert or by itself or a rye-based cocktail. We're just going to try it by itself. Boozy. You definitely get that warm vanilla, brown sugary dessert aroma. Oh yeah, that's good. Really, really smooth, well-rounded type of whiskey. You know, you do, like they said, get a nice body to it. Doesn't have that bite. I mean, it's bite because it's whiskey, but you don't have that sharp kind of bite that you get from some other whiskeys around. We won't name names, but yeah, I definitely can see the relationship between the two products, which is fun. You don't see that often. You don't see a lot of barrel-aged products that are designed so closely with a spirit. You'll see a lot of barrel-aged beers that is a beer that is just dumped in a barrel, and that's fine, and I love some of those. In fact, you guys can't see it, but on the table I have a little coffee table in front of the couch over there near where you guys are standing, sitting, whatever, that it has some barrel-aged beers that are exactly that. We won't mention who they are, though. This is a really, really, really unique kind of collaboration between the two. You can tell it's good because I make that sound. I tell you what, I could drink both of those all day long. I'm going to hide this so that my wife doesn't drink it, because she will. And I'm going to go sit and drink these now because they're awesome. Prost. Thank you for the samples. And if you guys see this on shelves, grab it. You can definitely get it down at Against the Grains. I think they call it their smokehouse, their pub. I don't know what they call it, but get on their website and it'll tell you exactly where to find that, and find it because it's good stuff. Prost, guys.